Guys, I'm back again with a third ISO recipe for you. I'm making chocolate crackles today, but the adult version. And this video is sponsored by Rockwear, who've dressed me today. Thank you very much, team. So let's just get straight into it. So I've got 80 grams of 90% dark chocolate here, which I love. There's less sugar in 90% dark chocolate. I'm just gonna break it up and we're gonna heat it with some coconut oil. If you want to use a sweeter chocolate, you can, so like 85%. If you want to go a bit cheeky and do a 70%, you can, whatever you choose. I just like to keep it fairly low sugar because I'm going to add some maple syrup shortly as well. So you can either do this, I feel like it's very old school. Mums used to do the bain-marie style of melting of chocolate. I'm not really into that. I just put it straight over into a pan and then over the heat. Bain-marie, you put it in like, there's a water bath situation going on underneath. It's all a bit complicated. Tablespoon of coconut oil just to help it melt in with the chocolate and give it that really lovely coconut flavour and keep it glossy. So I'm just going to take this over to the stove and heat it through on a really low heat and just make sure it's all mixed in together. So now we've melted that chocolate and it's really thick and glossy. I'm gonna add some sweetener to it. So I've got some maple syrup here. You can use stevia or you could use honey. You can use coconut nectar, which is really delicious. So I've got 2 tablespoons of that in there. And then I'm gonna add a pinch of salt. You can leave that out if you're worried about your sodium intake. I've got pink Himalayan salt. I just really love the flaky stuff. I just think it's like extra delicious. I think I've got like a teaspoon and a half. I'm gonna put a full teaspoon in there and just save a little bit for sprinkling at the end. I'm just gonna mix that together. And then here I've got some puffed brown rice. There's no sugar or anything on there. It's just plain. You can find it in most health food stores. You can also use cornflakes if you want to use cornflakes. Again, I'm just trying to keep the sugar fairly low. So whatever you pick up in the store, just try and make sure that there's not lots of additives and things. So what I'm going to do is I will add in, I've got 3/4 of a cup of this puffed rice here. And then I've got probably 2 or 3 tablespoons of chopped almonds. You can add whatever you want. If you want to add some dried fruit, if you want to add different nuts, go for broke, just pour it in there. And then I'm gonna just pour in the chocolate over the top. So I can't wait to lick this bowl out later. That's gonna be the joy of this, the baking. So we're just gonna mix that round together. And then once this is all really well coated, I feel like a kid again, it's so good. I'm gonna put these into little patty cases and set them in the fridge. When you finish licking the bowl, you can sprinkle the top of the rice cakes with an extra bit of salt. Decorate them however you want to, guys, it's your thing. If you want to put like little sprinkly, icy, sugary things on top of there, you can totally do that. I've found some delightful little stands to go in there that are unicorn things. So we're just going to put those in. And then I'm going to stick it in the fridge. You're going to leave them in there for probably about 30 minutes until the chocolate's set. And then you're good to go.